How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 5 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. This episode is titled Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans. What a title. Yeah, last episode, Jen was helping out Wong with a rogue magician problem, aka Donnie Blaze, who has been abusing the mystic arts and using the sling ring, right? Is that what it's called? To teleport random people into other dimensions. One of them people being Madison, who became best friends with Wong, and she called him Wongers, and she also spoiled The Sopranos for him. So technically that's worse than Thanos snapping people out of existence, I guess, for him, because he really seemed to enjoy The Sopranos. And the rest of the episode was dedicated to Jen trying to find a date for herself. So she created a dating profile that didn't work at first because she used her Jen Walters persona. But then later on in the episode she used her She-Hulk persona, and that got her quite a few dates. About 4 on-screen dates, I think, and 5 counting, like she had one date with this guy as Jen, but that didn't go too well. And then about 3 of them didn't go too well for She-Hulk, except for this last guy who basically wowed her. So they both went home to her place, and things started to get a little bit saucy. And then in classic Wong fashion, he cock-blocked Jen, because Donnie Blaze opened a portal that released all these goblin creatures into the real world. So She-Hulk and Wong had to defeat the goblin creatures, and then after that She-Hulk went back to her date, took her fella to bed, and that's that, basically, until the morning after, when Jen went back into a human form, and the guy she had the date with wasn't a fan of that version of her, so he left. And then just as he left, Titania is out of prison, and she is suing Jen for using the name She-Hulk. I'm glad we're kind of getting back into the Titania stuff. It's just weird that we kind of moved away from that after the first episode. Also, we have the like that crew that attacked Jen in episode 3. Like, I'm curious if they're connected to Titania or someone else, maybe. Also, apparently the actor who played Donnie Blaze's partner is over 100 years old, which is insane. He looks so good for his age. Like, holy shit. Very curious to see what happens this episode. It might just be focused on this like lawsuit thing with Titania, and maybe Daredevil might show up. I mean, we're halfway through the season, so why not, you know? So yeah, let's stop doolalleying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
Previously on She-Hulk. That name better not stick. What if you made it?
I'm surprised, like, she doesn't break the fourth wall in the previously thing. Like, she doesn't say something like, previously on my show.
She's suing me over the name She-Hulk? But that's my name.
Nope. Not if you didn't trademark it.
She-Hulk by Titania. She-Hulk by Titania.
How many times did she need to say that in an advertisement? Like, holy shit. Oh, Jesus.
Why would you let her do that?
I didn't let her, Chet.
I mean, you did, kind of. Should have trademarked your name. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Where are you going? I'm going to talk to her. So I'm not going to wait in line. Are you kidding me?
We're just gonna enter with confidence. That's how it works. Excuse us.
I'm so sorry, little child. The line starts way back there.
I don't want to cut.
You're using my name to sell your trashy products. You're taking the photo?
Just one, and that is it. I can't believe she just stole my name.
That suit still looks bad, dude. Like, it just looks too fake.
So you're not mad at the name She-Hulk?
No, I don't care.
Okay, so you're totally over it.
Yeah, like the most over it.
Okay.
Will you stand in line with me waiting for a sneaker drop?
So you're telling me that you collect shoes to look at that you're never gonna wear?
I mean, yeah, that's what most collectors do, right?
I'm over it. I really am.
Alonzo says that it's a front for a superhero clothing business.
Why do we care about this? What's going on here?
The drip broker. He sent me.
我们不是警察.
What is that, Chinese? I'm not Chinese.
I said we're not.
Okay. I'm
the back.
Alright, well, I guess that was pretty easy.
I got everything. Captain
What the fuck?
Shield, Thor Hammer.
They started playing the Avengers theme, dude.
If you're not the guy, then do you know who the guy is? He won't meet with you. He's very exclusive.
Okay. So you do know the guy. I'll buy one of your Avengers t-shirts.
And a matching hat.
Yes, of course. I want to complete the ensemble.
How much though? What the fuck?
No.
What? It's a new Captain America.
Titania referred me.
I saw you shrug. Rejected.
What the fuck?
Actually, my client is an Avenger.
She's one of the top tier ones, sir.
Yes.
My assistant will set up the appointment.
Really? I can see that. Yeah, he's like.
Is everything all right, sir?
No. Why did I pass a billboard advertising a She-Hulk booty boost smoothie?
Now this incredibly awful, slightly superpowered woman,
Yeah,
Titania.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, we don't need the law. Just leave it out.
No one hires a firm that can't handle its own messes.
I'm the attorney. You're the client, because that's the only way this can work.
All right, calm down.
Why didn't you trademark your own pseudonym?
Did Doctor Strange have to trademark his name? Did Thor?
You chose two examples of people who use their real names. But if you're going to be my client, you need to dress like you respect yourself and not like a football player pleading no contest to a DUI. Nikki with the guy who makes clothing for superheroes.
Oh, I don't think I really need that.
Oh, comic accurate costume, maybe.
Your Honor, we move to dismiss this entirely frivolous suit.
In fact, the name She-Hulk had not even been recorded in public discourse until that debut.
Okay, first of all, Sham,
Yeah.
why don't you try telling that to the thousands of testimonials from my fans who have had nothing but amazing results with my exclusive line of She-Hulk foot exfoliants, which I just so happen to have a little sample of and offer into evidence. Thank you.
She-Hulk was not. You can see that. What my
What the-
is trying to say is
What?
that Jennifer
I will not answer to that name. You know why? Because it's not my name. My name never has been and never will be She-Hulk.
Any response, Miss Book?
Actually, yes. Some random guy on the news came up with it, but it stuck. So now whether I like it or not, I am forever She-Hulk.
Pattern of Miss Walters' personal use of the name?
Yes, Your Honor, we definitely have more to present.
Oh, what is she gonna do? Like, she got her ass handed to her in the first episode.
Oh my god. Is the Hag convention in town?
Oh wow.
Jennifer Walters.
Never heard of you. My client list is very exclusive.
Who's he worked with? Why have you never heard of him before?
The Hulk is her cousin.
By blood?
Yeah.
What kind of superheroing do you do?
God, I just need a business suit.
I don't make basic shit.
Yeah, I don't. A lawyer.
She's a lawyer.
A lawyer.
That's so cute. I love that. That's so cute for her. This one.
Someone else is a lawyer though.
Yeah. All the way down, small, impish. Large, superhero.
Do you think you could design a suit that would adapt to both of my bodies?
Order extra bolts of the stretch wool. We're going to need
What the fuck?
a lot of fabric.
Why did he? Oh,
Wait.
No. Remember that date I went on with the guy, the fetish?
I know her.
Oh no. How the fuck did she find them? Him, I mean.
Yeah, we should reconnect soon.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah, drinks on me.
You rolled over
So quickly. Oh my god. What? He went on a date with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Every single one of those dates is a corroborating witness. This is how I
Th-
win this
yeah.
case.
Which is.
all the questionable men that you dated in front of a courtroom.
Oh god, is that them all back
Your
there?
Honor, we have compelled
It is.
to identify with the moniker She-Hulk well before Titania filed for the trademark.
I mean, it was only last episode, but okay.
My client wrote, and I quote, mean, green, and straight poured into these G's.
Episode title.
We'd like to call her
The
witness.
fucking face, the fuck.
She confided in me that she was initially embarrassed by the name She-Hulk.
So you would say you really connected
Oh
with
no.
She-Hulk and I
No.
had an intense connection. We had a great date.
Would you have
Fuck's sake.
gone on the date if She-Hulk had instead presented as Jennifer Walters?
No.
No.
That must hurt her though.
The court finds in favor of Jennifer Walters, a.k.a.
She-Hulk.
Lol. So all this was kind of pointless.
This isn't over, hater.
I mean, it is though.
What that extremely attractive man said in there. You can do better.
Can I buy you a drink to say thanks?
What the fuck?
Everything that She-Hulk brings to the table, and those guys were my best option. You can have literal soup.
Yes! Oh my god, the things we put up with. I am so happy we're friends now.
Who says we're friends?
But you were getting better clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my clothes.
Why did she break the fourth wall, dude? I don't get it.
Ooh, I like it.
Of course you do.
What the fuck? Did she just like... How did she get it on that quick? What? What is that? Is that the classic costume from the comics?
Tinsley, does client confidentiality mean nothing to you?
Daredevil's coming, dude. So I assume we're going to get Daredevil next episode then. Based off that ending. It just sucks that they showed him in the trailer. Because I definitely think that would have been more hype if we didn't know he was coming. And, they're doing the yellow costume, right? From the comics. So we'll see how that looks in live action. I think it'll look fine. I mean, it looked alright there, but that was just a helmet. So does... the costume designer, does he know who Daredevil is? Plus, why would Matt go to him? Because didn't Matt design his own suit? Oh no, he got what's his name? Melvin. That's it. Right? Yeah. So I'm curious if, because I think that looked like the Netflix helmet, but it was just yellow. So I'm excited to see him again, it was cool to see him in No Way Home, but we only saw Matt Murdock. Let's see the Daredevil side of him in the MCU. Hopefully they don't ruin him, because this is more of a comedy series. I don't want them to go a bit too heavy on the comedy with him. I know Matt Murdock can be funny in the comics and stuff, but every character feels the same in the MCU. We don't need more characters being funny. It's oversaturated. Overall, I'd say this episode might be the weakest episode. The Titania stuff with, the trademark kind of felt like filler. It was resolved by the end of this episode, But Titania's still out there, and she's still probably going to be the villain for the rest of the season, so we've got that story arc. And obviously what's going on with them guys that attacked Jen in episode 3, wasn't it? So, we've got that. Maybe that's connected to Titania somehow. I don't think so, though, because they haven't really connected the dots there. But yeah, like I said, the majority of this episode was basically filler. The big cliffhanger last episode was Titania's suing She-Hulk, oh no! And then that gets, wrapped up by the end of this one. Alright. That was quick, and also kind of pointless. And then on top of the fact that we had, her looking for a costume, it's very similar to something like Goku looking or trying to get his driving license. It doesn't matter to the overall plot, it's just there, right? Even though I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, but that's a famous thing that happens, right? That was the big famous filler episode. You could have done anything else in this episode and I would have been fine with it, but it's just baffling. This show has 9 episodes and there's a filler episode in it? What the fuck, dude? How does Moon Knight get 6 episodes and it feels rushed and the pacing's bad for it? And then this has 9 episodes for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they just didn't stick with 6 for this, because it's not like the plot is that engaging, I get they can have fun and stuff, but come on, dude. We waited a week for this episode. That's why I think it should be 2 episodes a week. The fact that they ended the episode with the Daredevil tease just makes me think they really don't care about She-Hulk, do they? Every episode they've either had a cameo or, someone else from the MCU that's kind of carried the show. But then when they have an episode fully dedicated to Jen, it isn't that good. And then right at the end they tease Daredevil, right? Because a majority of people are going to be hyping that up rather than the episode itself, because the episode itself isn't that good. And it's mainly down to the writing and the pacing. It's not that hard. Like, that is the biggest criticisms you can give this show. Like, maybe the CGI too, but the writing is terrible. It is bad. And I know people would say, like, why are you still watching it then? Motherfucker, we're in phase 4, right? I've watched everything Marvel related. Why would I just not continue watching this? It may be agonizing and it may be painful to watch, but I'm going to stick through it because I want to see what happens with the story and I want to see Daredevil. I'm not going to lie, because, you know, fucking the Netflix Daredevil show is hands down the best superhero shit out there. Like, I'm trying to find, like, a redeeming factor about this episode, and I genuinely can't find one. Like, maybe just, like, Jen accepting She-Hulk. Like, maybe that's the only, like, redeeming quality, but it doesn't really hit as heavy. You know, like, it's not her struggling with the identities. You don't feel it, like, the weight of that, the emotions of that. Because it's a 20-minute episode. Like, they've got to rush through it, right? And it's a comedy series, too, so they don't want to make it depressing for some reason. And obviously, yet again, you know, I've got to bring up that shit in episode 1 where she belittled fucking Bruce. Like, that was stupid. Like, it wasn't even emotional. It wasn't even like, oh my god, this is fantastic. It was brain dead. It was brain dead writing. Like, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. How someone can, like, write this show and think, yeah, this is going to be good. Like, what the fuck? And it's such a shame, too, because She-Hulk, I know, is, like, a massive character in the comics, and, like, she's a very big deal. But it feels like they're kind of, like, maybe not butchering the character, but really wasting the character. You know, like, this is meant to be her, like, origin story, her origin show, right? And it feels kind of pointless. You know, it doesn't really do anything for the overall MCU, which is a majority of the Phase 4, like, shit. You know, I am very curious to see what the budget for this show is. Like, is it 10 mil per episode, 20 mil per episode? Like, what are we looking at here? Because it would really put things into, like, perspective, right? But even then, though, it is Disney. And Disney throw a lot of money at shit that isn't that good. Star Wars, for instance. Because, like, if it is 20 mil per episode, like, for what, the CG? And even then, the CG, like, 20 mil, like, and the CG looks like that? Like, come on, dude. I'm not blaming, like, the visual effects artists. It's fucking Marvel's fault and Disney's fault. Like, you're pushing the workers too hard, you're fucking up the schedule. Like, just delay the show, or give them more time to finish up the CG, which would be delaying the show anyway, so... Or, don't have so many fucking projects. Like, we're 5 episodes in. 5 episodes in, and it's probably one of the worst starts, or even, like, the worst Marvel Disney Plus show so far, in my opinion. It really is not hitting at all. Like, Miss Marvel was, I enjoyed, like, the family dynamic of that. It's just, towards the end, it definitely felt a bit rushed and the villains weren't that great. And the superpower stuff wasn't really, like, heavy in there, right? But then you have, like, Moon Knight, I thought was fine. A lot of people didn't really like Moon Knight. I definitely think Moon Knight was rushed towards the end. Like, the final episode was like, what? It's over? The fuck? But I enjoyed Moon Knight. I feel like every Disney Plus Marvel show so far has had, like, issues, right? Either it's rushed, it's a cliche ending, you know, beat the villain, blah, blah, blah. And, like, just, like, overall bad pacing. Like, I guess that would kind of go into the rush part of it, but it really is bad pacing, or bad writing, so to speak. It does kind of annoy me that a lot of these Disney Plus Marvel shows, and most of, like, Phase 4, exists in the same saga as Secret Wars. Secret Wars is a big event, and this is what we're getting as build-up to it. I know it's, like, not very connected to Secret Wars or the overall, like, MCU story. Like, it's a very, like, independent story, but it's still treated as build-up, right? It's an introduction to a new character, and we're probably going to see her in Secret Wars too, right? So it is weird that a lot of, like, Phase 4 hasn't been hitting that much. You know, like, I feel like the first 3 phases didn't have that many bad films, really. Like, maybe Dark World, but even then it's not that bad. I'd say Ant-Man and the Wasp is worse. Like, Quantumania... No, not Quantumania, just Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? I'd say that one's worse than Dark World. Like, nothing happened in that fucking film. At this point in Phase 1, we were hyped as fuck. You know, they're building towards the Avengers. Like, in 6 movies, they managed to do something massive. And then we have this, Phase 4, which somehow has like more runtime than all 3 phases combined, but yet it just feels like we're not going anywhere. I really don't mind like standalone stories like this, but at the same time, like if we're gonna do standalone stories, at least make it good. You know? Like, I thought WandaVision was fine until the end. I thought Moon Knight was fine until the end. Falcon and Winter Soldier was okay. It definitely felt like boring at certain moments, but I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was fine for what it was. Like, it's not connected to the overall grand scheme of the MCU, but they work as stories, right? Because they're written okay, you know, like fairly better than this show so far. But yeah, yet again, ending another reaction video with negative thoughts. But you can't even blame me, dude. All I'm asking for is something better than this. Just give me something juicy, you know? That's all I want. That's all I need. You know? That's all I need. I should have reacted to House of the Dragon. God fucking damn it. I guess the only thing I can hope for is that next episode is better. But we're halfway through the season and it's not been that great. I don't think the final 4 are gonna blow me away. You know, they might be good and entertaining, like seeing Daredevil in here, but I am slightly worried that they might ruin him. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.